has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, it got shoved, right?
All right, no Savant of the Week this week with Nicky out. He's kind of the guy that runs the show there. So we'll just jump into the picks. All right, strong week for the podcast last week. Nicky led the way with a 13-4 record last week. I went 11-6, and then Travis 10-7.
Still too far behind. But
yeah, a good week. Didn't gain any ground.
Good week. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
So Nicky takes the lead in the standings at 53-36, 17 games over 500. I'm right behind at 52-37, and then Trav, you're 41-48.
A lot of people would kill for the records you guys have.
I've
been on a show before where the guy just does. He straight up says, "I don't do it against the spread because that's impossible."
Well, if I know anything about gambling, is that there's going to be a correction coming for Nick and I, and then that's when you'll start to make up ground. Like what Nicky and I will go 3-10 one week, and then that week you'll go 10-3, and then all of a sudden things will look a little different. But we're going to start off this week in Champaign, Illinois, where the number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes will take on the Illinois Fighting Illini, who are 17th ranked. Ohio State favored here on the road by 14.5.
I feel like I have to go Ohio State in that. I don't have faith in Illinois keeping it very close.
Yeah, I'm with you, especially after their loss to not USC, to Indiana.
Yeah.
I just don't have
those
much
games
faith in
really.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. 8th ranked Alabama on the road at Nick's second favorite team, 14th ranked Missouri, led by Eli Drinkowitz. Alabama coming in as road favorites here, 2.5.
Nicky's not here. Somebody's got to do it. Give me the drink.
All right. Alabama's playing really good football right now. Ty Simpson really seems to figure it out. I'm going to take Alabama there, but that's a tough one. I think Missouri's going to play tough at home. Going over to the ACC, this one in my backyard, the Pitt Panthers are coming into Tallahassee to take on the 25th ranked Florida State Seminoles. Florida State coming off 2 straight losses to Virginia and Miami. They made that Miami game close at the end, but it really wasn't as close as the score made it look. Florida State favored here by 10.5.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to end up picking 2 of my favorites here, but I feel like Florida State's due for a big game.
I'm with you. I think it's a bounce back game. Pitt is just kind of always just okay. They don't really do anything that totally impresses me. I think Florida State can get right here at home. 7th ranked Indiana, big one in the Big Ten here. 7th ranked Indiana travels to Eugene to take on the 3rd ranked Oregon Ducks. The Ducks favored by 7.5 here.
Oregon's rolling too much. I think they'll have a little bit too much at home, especially with that travel.
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough place to play.
If it was at Indiana, I would consider a lot more.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games that if you're an Indiana fan, they're happy, right? They're happy with where they're at, but this is one of those okay, this is really a big game for Cignetti.
Realistically, they're going 10-2 and making the playoff again.
Right.
It's
a pretty realistic outcome. But I'm going to go Oregon there too.
No matter what happens in that game, they're making the playoff.
Right. Red River Rivalry, big one in your backyard. It says Oklahoma at Texas. Obviously, we know
it's in Dallas. Yeah.
So Oklahoma's coming in ranked 6th. Texas coming off a bad loss to Florida. They're struggling to get it going. Unranked now. Texas, though, favored by 1.5.
I'm going to go Oklahoma just because I've taken too many favorites so far. That
Yeah,
is such a hard game to predict this year. I don't know
Yeah.
what to make of anybody. You don't know if Mateer's
I
available.
was just going to ask
Not
if
yet.
he was available.
They're still determining it. Is
Yeah.
the last thing I heard. So
Dang, that's a tough one. I'm kind of with you though. I'm going to go Oklahoma. Texas just doesn't seem to have it this year. Arch Manning really struggling. This game's always crazy. I feel like you never really know what you're going to get. Virginia Tech at 13th ranked Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech favored by 14.5.
I'm pretty big on Georgia Tech this year. I'll take them. That's a but yeah.
Yeah, big point spread. Virginia Tech interim coach. I'm with you. I'm big on Georgia Tech. A lot of points, but I'm gonna ride with the Rambling Wreck here. Another team that you and I have both been big on, Iowa State, coming off a tough loss to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Still ranked 22nd. They're traveling to Boulder to take on the Colorado Buffaloes. Is that what they are? Yeah. No.
Buffaloes, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I was mixed up there.
Iowa State, right.
Yeah. Iowa State favored here by 2.5.
They bit me in the ass last week, but I'm still going to go with Iowa State in this one. Colorado's had so much stuff that they've had to figure it out. I think they've started 3 different quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
It's not a great situation over there.
Yeah.
Personnel-wise.
Agreed. I'm going to go with Iowa State too. All the same picks so far. So
that's not good.
Interesting.
No.
Arkansas at number 12 Tennessee. Tennessee favored by 11.5.
I think Tennessee wins. Arkansas covers.
Okay. I'm going to mix it up a little bit here just so we have one different pick on the board. I'll go Tennessee. I think I like your pick more.
That was me. That was also part of me trying to do something different.
Yeah. No, I like your pick. That Arkansas quarterback is good.
Taylor Green.
Tennessee is looking pretty strong though.
I wrote a profile on him a couple of years ago.
Nice. Florida travels to College Station to take on the 5th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies. Aggies favored by 7.5 here.
Let's say I'm going to do the same thing I just did. Florida covers, but A&M wins.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Florida has been a tough out. They don't typically win. Last week they came up with a win. You just never know what you're going to get with them, but they play tough. I'm going to take
Kyle Field is really tough too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that was at the Swamp, I would probably pick Florida outright.
Yeah. Yeah. Sticking in the SEC, 10th ranked Georgia Bulldogs are heading on the road as 3.5-point favorites to take on the Auburn Tigers.
Dogs. I don't have a lot of faith in Auburn.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where Georgia just is gonna take over and win that one. I'm with you. 15th ranked Michigan at USC minus 2.5. USC favorite by 2.5.
Interesting. I'm still going to go Trojans on that one.
I am going to join you and go with the Trojans as well.
No explanation needed, of course.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan, they've won, but I mean, that Wisconsin game was tight for a while. I think on the road, that some of their weaknesses will start to show a little more versus some stronger competition. Okay, South Carolina at 11th ranked LSU. LSU favored by 9.5. This game is at night.
Yeah, I'll go LSU. I was thinking maybe a little backdoor cover from South Carolina, but no.
Yeah. I'm going to go South Carolina and hope for that backdoor cover.
Fair enough.
Lenore Sellers kind of figures it out.
Let the record show it entered my mind.
Yeah. 21st ranked Arizona State Sun Devils travel to Utah, take on the Utes. Utah at home here favored by 5.5.
I'll go Sun Devils then.
Yeah, I think you're getting the better team plus points here. I'm going to go with the Sun Devils as well. I don't know why I just wrote that out on you, but okay. Moving on quickly here to the NFL. Lions are traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 2.5. have a feeling we're both going to pick the same here.
What the hell are they watching? Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think anytime you get Lions plus points, I'm going to take that. Okay.
It's that Green Bay team. Green Bay game
yes,
has been a different team.
No kidding. All right, the granddaddy of them all here. We've got UCLA at Michigan State, noon in East Lansing. Big Ten Network game, our first noon game of the year. So that'll be a nice change of pace. Michigan State favored by 8.5. The over/under is 52.5. So I'll take your score prediction.
I am going to say Spartans 31, UCLA 20.
Okay, just under Michigan State covers.
That may be the last time that I picked the Spartans to win this.
I was just going to say I'm not picking them to win any more games after this until they give me a reason.
I can't mentally make myself not pick them against UCLA.
Yeah, well, it's funny because your prediction was like what I think 7-5 or 6-6 when we went to the schedule, but you picked them to win or cover every week.
Yeah, well. I'm hopeful.
I hear you.
I figured the wins would come early and then the losses would come late.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
I'm going to take MSU to cover against my better judgment. Just looking at how they stack up versus UCLA and UCLA's defensive issues, especially when it comes to stopping the run. If they can contain Imalieva, I think it should be a pretty solid victory too. I think you're pretty close in the score. I'm going to go 31-17. So that would be MSU covering and the under as well. And we'll get Nick's picks via text message. And we'll see how we do.
I believe.